Hello students, in the previous unit we have learned the measurement of distances using chain and tape. Now we'll talk about the basic concepts which are involved in leveling and contouring. Now in the figure you can observe behind a person is standing with a leveling staff and one of the person is looking through a telescope in order to calculate the levels of the ground points. Now this is one of the important branch of our surveying where we will determine the relative positions of the ground points. By determining the ground point elevation, we can easily draw the contours and we can easily estimate the earthwork or the land development requirements like dams, reservoirs, barrages or even a water supply. The main objective of leveling is to find out the relative positions of the different objects which are below or above the surface of the earth and to determine the undulations of the ground surface. The main objective of leveling is to determine the relative objects heights above or below the ground of the earth and to determine the undulations of the ground surface. Leveling majorly used in preparation of contour map. In the previous class we have discussed about the contour maps where it is used to fixing the signs for reservoirs, dams, barrages which plays a major role in order to do the planning. It involves huge study. It also involves where altitudes of hills and mountains need to be calculated. Leveling is also used in order to calculate the longitudinal section and cross section of the land profile in order to determine the road curvature or road levels or railway or canals. Leveling is also used in planning a water supply for a city or a town and which plays a major role in the sanitary and drainage schemes. The main leveling concept is, now let us say the ground pattern is in such way. The ground level will never be a straight path, which we have discussed in the previous class also. But we need to determine how much is the level difference. Now we cannot use a scale to measure the vertical heights of the ground points. Now we need to have a certain level line so that we can start measuring the ground points, or a reference line we call it as. Now if you have an instrument with a level line, then if you have a scale and if you can insert this scale at the ground positions wherever you would like to calculate the level difference, then the job will become easier, and that is our objective too. So the basic concept is, one, the surveyor should have a level surface such as shown in the figure, which is done using an instrument. The scale which you have shown here is called as a leveling staff. See, for example, the leveling staff is kept at regular intervals of chainages which I have shown there. The first chainage was 32.2 meters, next chainage was 34.2 meters, next chainage was 36.2 meters. At regular chainages, we can determine the level differences. By how? Let us take the chainage point at 32.2. Our level line matches approximately to the leveling staff at 5.5. Similarly, at 34.2, 9.5. Similarly, at 36.2, 5. Take a look from yourself. Just match the level line with the staff. How much the value will be? More or approximately whatever the value I have given, it will be the same. So what is this line or what does this the so-called magnitude of the level difference says to you. This difference can easily calculate it. For example, you can say that the chainage the ground level point at chainage 34.2 is 4 meters down than the ground point at chainage 32.2. How did I got 4 meters? Because there was the 9.5, 32.2 was 5.5. If you deduct this value, you will get a value of 4 meters. The instrument which we are using in order to make a level line is called as a leveling instrument, and the staff which we are using, this is called as a leveling staff. The main principles of leveling are measuring the heights of different points along the line or at certain points in one occupation. So we'll set up an instrument. We'll have two levels on either sides of the instrument, which are called as a foresight and backsight, and we can find out the difference of these points. There are 6 types of leveling instruments which I have shown there: dumpy level, Y level, Cook's reversible level, Cushing level, modern tilting level, and automatic level. These instruments are based upon the flexibility of the telescope rotation. We have 2 axes. One is the longitudinal axis, which runs along the telescope, and the vertical axis, which is perpendicular to the telescope. If telescope is in this direction, then the longitudinal axis is along the telescope center to center. Then vertical axis is which is the gravity line. Telescope can be reversible. Then this is called as a reversible leveling instrument. The Y level and the Cook's reversible level and Cushing level are the reversible levels. Whereas dumpy level cannot be reversible. It is fixed and you can only rotate in vertical plane. You can rotate in vertical axis. The most widely used instrument in 6 of these instruments are 6th, which is automated level. When we come across setting the instrument, the level line plays a major role in finding the accurate values of the ground station points. Automatic level is a level where the instrument calculates the tilt effect in the instrument, and by itself the errors can be reduced. There is an inbuilt leveling or tilting level, which means even if your instrument is not leveled properly, inside there is a bubble where it aligns the objective and eyepiece such that the tilting effect can be rectified. So most often all the site engineers are using automated level or simply auto level. This is how the auto level looks like. At the top of this thing you have a screw called focusing screw, which you can rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise in order to focus your object. Next, you have a bubble to ensure whether your instrument is leveled properly or not. Then you have a tightening screw. If you want to stop the rotation in vertical axis, then you can tighten the screw in order to stop this. Then you have an eyepiece where if the image is blurred, if you rotate it, then you can adjust this eyepiece. Then you have mirror. All time you cannot see from upwards whether the bubble is right or not. So a mirror is provided in order to provide the surveyor whether the instrument is leveled properly or not. By looking through the mirror you can see the bubble. Next you have foot screws. these screws are used in order to make the instrument level. We will discuss about how to level the instrument in subsequent topics. The equipments which are used in the leveling machine are tripod. Tripod can be a wooden tripod, can also be an aluminum tripod. Like I have shown there, the tripod can be set up in three different ways: low level, medium level and high level. It is always recommended to have tripod at medium high level, such that, or chest level, such that the malfunctions of the tripod or the ground vibrations can be rectified and errors can be nullified. Staff is an instrument, or it is a vertical scale which is graduated in meters, 0 at the top and to the top. The staff stations are available 3 meters, 2 meters and 4 meters. Normally staff stations are available in 3 meters and 4 meters. The material which is used for the staff are wood or aluminium. Sometimes invert material is also used in order to have high precision leveling. We will discuss the basic definitions in the next class.